Hey guys, today we're going to be making a veggie and cheese lasagna. The first ingredient we're going to use is going to be an eggplant. I'm using half of a large eggplant here. You can use one regular sized one. Just really depends how much you want to put and how many layers you want to put with eggplant. In my case, I used half because I'm only going to do 1 to 2 layers of eggplant. Now that we cut the eggplant, we're just going to put it in a pan with a little bit of oil and put it to bake for 30 minutes. So the next ingredient we're going to use is going to be a yellow squash or a summer squash. And what we're going to do is just going to slice it diagonally, and then we're going to chop it up into slices, and it's going to be a part of our filling mix. So stay tuned for that part. Now that we're finishing up with our yellow squash, we're going to go ahead and start slicing our zucchini next. And basically I just use these 2 different ones because I like the colors and it makes me feel like they're different. They do have a slightly different taste, but they're very similar. So if you don't want to use the yellow one, you could just use straight zucchini, or if you don't want to use zucchini, you can just use the yellow one. It's really up to you. And we're just going to do the same thing for the zucchini. Now that our veggies are all cut up, we're going to add about 2 tablespoons of chicken bouillon to our veggies. And next we're going to add the ricotta cheese. This is a 32-ounce container of ricotta cheese. And we're just going to go ahead and add it to the bowl because we're going to mix it all together. Next we're gonna add maybe about a half a cup of cream cheese to our mix, and I know it seems unusual, but it just gives it a little bit of a different flavor and helps with the moisture as well. And if you know me, I like to put cream cheese in a lot of my pastas to make it creamy with the tomato sauce. Now we've incorporated all the cheeses together and mixed in the veggies. So we're just going to go ahead and add a little bit of the tomato sauce and mix it again. And it's just to give it that like red tint, or it'll turn it pink basically. And to incorporate the tomato flavor with the cheeses so that it doesn't just taste like straight cheese and straight tomato. Here we're just going to add a little bit of oil so we can start layering our lasagna. You can completely skip this step if you don't want to add oil. So now that you've put the oil down, you're going to put a little bit of the tomato base down. Just a good amount, enough to cover the bottom of your pan. And then you're going to start layering your lasagna sheets. So in my case, I'm going to put down 3 sheets. And then as we go up, we might put 4 or continue to put 3, depending on how wide your pan spreads out. So now we're going to start adding the cheese and veggie mixture. And you're just going to add a good amount, enough that there's maybe about 1 centimeter to 3 centimeters thick for one of your layers. And once you're done, you're gonna put another layer of the lasagna sheets, add a little bit more of the tomato base, and then continue to add your eggplant and your spinach. And then you will either do another layer of cheese right above your spinach, or you can go ahead and just put another layer of the lasagna sheets down and continue with the same step as before. until your lasagna is completely done and you're out of filling. And at the top you would just put the tomato base and some sprinkled mozzarella if you wish. As you all can see, this is going to be my last layer for my lasagna. I believe it's the 4th layer. And I'm just putting down the tomato base. And I had left a little bit of the filling on the side. I would say maybe about a cup or half a cup. And I'm just going to put little dollops of it on the very top and sprinkle mozzarella cheese all over the top, cover it, and put it in the oven for about an hour, or you could do 45 minutes. You really just have to check to see if the top layer is completely cooked, because the top layer is going to get the least amount of moisture for the pasta. And now, after an hour, our lasagna is done, and this is what it looks like.